United States Highway 31. Yeah! Alright, US 31 is a highway that travels on the west side of Michigan and travels between the cities of Niles and Ludington. But interestingly, there is a gap between freeways between Holland and Grand Haven, so we'll get to that as we go along the freeway. Alright, first, let's talk about northbound US 31. But let's actually start in Indiana first, and we'll see right on the get-go we are signed for Benton Harbor. Alright, welcome to pure Michigan. During our first stretch of freeway in Michigan, we are signed as the St. Joseph Valley Parkway. As we enter Niles, the first thing we meet up with is US 12, which is signed east for Sturgis and west for New Buffalo. Now the reason this is called the St. Joseph Valley Parkway is because we're making so many crossings over the St. Joseph River. This is our first one. At our first mileage sign, we can see we are 7 miles away from Berrien Springs, 21 miles away from Benton Harbor, and Holland is just 69 miles away from us. Dudes, as we pass this mileage sign, we can see we're going over a second crossing of the St. Joseph River. That's pretty nice. And later, this is our third crossing. Goodness, it intersects with this so many times. Anyway, we can see that the freeway in this direction is actually under construction and is a connector to I-94. This will be done soon, I promise. But in the meantime, traffic has to use this exit to Napier Avenue. And as you can see after the exit, we have a sign that directs us to US 31 and I-94. Looking on the bridge over Napier Road, this is what the construction had looked like. It's actually getting better now. At I-94, we finally get this sign, I-94 East Detroit in the right lane, along with North US 31. And this is a sign from that previous mentioned future interchange. As we branch off I-94, this is where I-196 starts. If you want to see what's in this section, please be sure to check out my I-196 video. So, as we skip that section, we come back to the same split we did before, but this time we'll branch left, US 31 for Holland and Muskegon, with I-196 business. Okay, so how many times are you gonna exit at the same road? Blue Star Highway! Blue Star Highway! Blue Star Highway! Blue Star Highway! It's even the same county road, A2. But anyways, we also have an exit for downtown Holland on the left. And we are also entering the city of Holland, home of the Holland High School Boys Soccer State Champions. Here is our left exit for downtown Holland, and US 31 and Business 196 are now signed for Muskegon. And this is actually where things start to get interesting. The freeway is now ending in a quarter of a mile, and US 31 will travel on some streets. Despite this, we still do get two exits, this being one of them. I-196 Business is going to branch off for Zeeland and Grand Rapids, where it'll meet with I-196, and Chicago Drive. When the freeway starts back up again, we get Muskegon and Ludington as our control cities. And our first exit is M104 to Spring Lake. Beautiful. We finally come to I-96 at its western terminal, signed for Grand Rapids. US 31 Business is signed for downtown Muskegon, and US 31 itself will continue to Ludington. Our next mileage sign is saying that Muskegon Heights is 4 miles, and our control city of Ludington is 62 miles away. Here is a left exit for North Muskegon, and we're still signed for Ludington. Exit 121 is where you can exit to the Michigan's Adventure Amusement Park and Blue Lake Fine Arts Camp. The official end of the freeway portion of US 31 ends in 1 mile. Alright, here is our final exit. We meet with US 10, which will go east to Clare, and US 31 will continue north to Traverse City, and go straight for US 10 west into Ludington. Okay, let's turn around and talk about southbound US 31 as a freeway in Michigan. At this same exit, we get South US 31 for Muskegon, just like we had for North earlier. The first mileage sign says that Kentwater is 15 miles away, and Muskegon is 57 miles away. Good start here. This is a little look at what's called the Winston Speedway, located just west of the town of Rothbury. This is actually the road that leads to Michigan's Adventure. And then we meet with US 31 Business, which goes to downtown Muskegon. This was actually the North Muskegon exit from the northbound section. Heading southbound, we actually get an extra city for I-96. It's going to Grand Rapids, but it's already signed for Lansing as well. And this is the Spring Lake exit, where the freeway will once again end into the cities of Grand Haven and Holland. Guess I didn't show you this one yet. This is a drawbridge. I like it. Now I'm going to show you this other exit, which is Lakewood Boulevard. And here is the Zeeland Grand Rapids Chicago Drive exit that we saw earlier. And now we have a mileage sign. Saugatuck is 10 miles away, and Benton Harbor is 50 miles away. Keep that in mind. We are signed here for West Business 196 and US 31. We don't actually get a south sign for US 31 for some reason. But anyways, when the freeway starts back up again, we merge with I-196. Once again, I encourage you to check out the 196 video. But anyways, US 31 will continue south to South Bend, Indiana, and I-94 West will go to Chicago, and I-94 East will go to Detroit. For some reason that's closed on this image. This is a little look at that future interchange with I-94 and US 31. As I said earlier, it will open someday, I promise. Before this, traffic had to exit at Napier Avenue in order to continue on US 31 southbound. So let's go ahead and do that, shall we? Up the road, we get our US 31 south sign for South Bend. This is where we will continue our journey. The mileage sign shows us that Niles is 22 miles away, and South Bend is only 11 miles from that, at 33 miles. That's nice. We then meet up with US 12 with the same control cities as before. For some reason though, there is still a black background on this shield that doesn't actually show up on highway signs like this. And welcome to Indiana, Crossroads of America. Of course, US 31 does continue as a freeway down this way, but it doesn't actually have any exit numbers in Indiana. Alright, we're done with this episode of Michigan's Freeways. The next episode will be US 127. Until then, please check out Control City Freak. He's releasing the I-96 video very soon. See you all in the next video.